Hey guys, Peugeot here. Welcome to another guide. Today we are going to review one of the newly awakened commanders, and this is going to be very interesting because we haven't had an awakening for a while. So we are going to look today at the commander Lareo and what you should be expecting, how he can be useful for you, and we will review his stats and where you will be able to put him in a fighting setup. Since he's already been awakened, you can see him in the Commander's tab right here. We scroll down a bit and here he is in all his glory. So as you can see, Lareo is an infantry commander, skilled in attack and defense. I've already upgraded him to 2 stars. They are giving you access to one more friendship star at the tavern, and if you're wondering about that, of course we can look at him in the tavern. He has 2 skills: finance, which gives you some gold, and combat rate, which is super important. When you have him at 2 stars, he will add 1 additional star to his finance and combat rating. And as you can see, I've already increased him to level 56, so he's already contributing a lot to my combat rate. He is eating food. That's useful to know, but that's not the only way he's going to be useful. If we go back into the Commander's tab, we find Lareo again. You will be asking, can he fight? And that would be a great question. And the answer is yes, even though he is a free-to-play commander and you can get his medals from the recruitment pass shop. Also, he will be very much useful when you want to fight because of his 3-star stats and 4-star skill. So let's look at that. Now the 3-star stats, first of all, he gives you infantry attack, and this is originally 30%. At 3 stars that would be 48, and when we add the awakening bonus, you can see it right here, there would be another 18% of infantry attack. So 48 plus 18, that's a total of 64%, which is quite standard for an attack value on a 3-star free-to-play commander. The next thing he's giving you is enemy spearman health reduction, which helps when you're fighting against your counter. In total, initially he gives you 15%, which will become 24 at 3 stars, and then additionally we will get a little bit more than that, another 18. So when you add together 24 plus 18, that is 42. Good to have. And the last thing he's giving you is enemy total defense reduction, which will improve your chances to win. So how much is that? Initially 10%. Then you get another 6% for 3 stars, so that's basically 16. And then of course we look at the awakening bonus, you get another 19.2, so that is basically 35.2 enemy total defense reduction, which is quite a bit, let's be honest. That's about the 3-star stats. But now let's look at the 4-star skill. The 4-star skill of Lareo says basically that whenever allied infantry troops land 4 normal attacks, the health of the troops will increase by 5%, and there is a 50% chance the next normal attack will trigger a critical hit. The damage coefficient will be 120%. So not only when you're attacking you are able to heal your troops, but also you can trigger a critical, and this means that if you use him in synergy with Sinara, you get a bleed effect, and that is why people are suggesting that Lareo should be used in a bleed setup. I have created one bleed setup for myself. Of course, you can create your own bleed setup. This is just my point of view on the matter. I think this will be a very good setup for a mono infantry squad. What else I wanted to talk to you about is that Lareo is not only useful when you fight, but he is also going to be very useful for rebel leaders. And I'm sure some of you have heard already that Lareo is good versus rebel leaders, especially against level 5s, because his skill is that the more damage he takes, the more damage he does. Just like Enzo, but in a little bit different way. So since now we didn't have a really good commander that can comfortably kill level 6 spear rebel leaders, but now we do, because with the awakening Lareo gets much stronger and he actually has the power to stand against the spear rebel leaders. Let us look at a setup that is going to be useful whenever you are playing against the spear rebel leaders. So this is just an example setup. Of course, depending on the strength of your commanders and how many stars they have and so on, you can adjust it, but generally speaking, you need a tank, which would be Lareo. And of course you need to position your commanders in such a way so that Lareo can take as much damage as possible, but not die. Then you need another 4 damage dealers, and of course Tion being the best damage dealer, Arya, which is going to benefit from the counter and having 4 stars. You have Sinara also for the same reason, and you have Jean for the healing and damage boosting of the entire group, and also Tyrion for the damage boosting of the entire group. This is how Lareo can now have enough health and enough strength to withstand the level 6 damage output, to survive and to be able to deal as much damage as possible. Try it out, let me know if your damage increases by quite a bit, and I'm sure it will. This has been the review of the Awakening of Lareo, and I'm sure he will be very useful in the future. That's all from me for today. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.